I'm Coach Mark here, and I hope you're having an absolutely amazing week. So, this week I want to share with you a story of these two acrobats. One was an older man, he was a widower, his wife had died, he was very poor. And the second acrobat was a little young girl. Now, these two acrobats would perform on the street to earn money just to be able to eat, to be able to take care of the things that they needed to take care of. So let me explain to you how their act worked. Now, the man would walk on the ground and he would balance a bamboo stick on top of his head. Now, the little girl would climb up the bamboo stick. And once she got to the top, the man would walk around the ground with the bamboo stick balanced on top of his head. And remember now, the little girl is climbed all the way to the top of the bamboo stick. So the teacher one day says to the little girl, let's call the little girl Mary, says, Mary, I have an idea. Because here's the thing, right? To do an acrobatic trick like that, you have to have a lot of concentration and focus. That's not something that anyone could just do, right? You have to be seriously concentrated and you have to really be focused on whatever it is that you're doing, or either the man will make a mistake or the young girl will make a mistake, and the young girl is going to fall, and possibly not either one of them or both of them could possibly get injured, and they probably wouldn't make any money, right? Because they fell. Nobody would want to pay them any money for their acrobat tricks. So the man says to the young girl, Mary, why don't we do something a little bit different? Why don't you pay attention to what I'm doing and I pay attention to what you're doing, and that way we can help each other to stay focused and to concentrate. Now, the young girl, Mary, says to the teacher, to the older man, and she called him teacher. She says, "Teacher, here's the thing. If you're focusing on what I'm doing and I'm focusing on what you're doing, you're unable to focus on what you need to be doing. I think that if you focus on you and I focus on what I'm doing, then in turn we are both helping each other out. But you need to focus on what you're doing so I can focus on what I'm doing. And if we do it like that, we will end up being very successful." And that story, the reason why I wanted to share that story with you, I come across a lot of people that, they want to help so many people in life. But here's the thing, the way that you help others is by first helping yourself. Hear what I'm saying? The way that you help others is by first helping yourself. You show people how to love by the way they see you love yourself. You show people compassion by the way they see how you have compassion on yourself and the compassion you display to other people. So instead of worrying about changing other people, because so many of us, we have people in our lives that we say, man, they need to change. But you know what? I always say this, no one in life ever needs to change, right? It's only for us to change, right? And for us to be the change that we expect to see in others. Now, you go ahead and you make the change and let people see that in you and say, you know what? I want to be more like Johnny, or I want to be more like Mark, or whoever it is, right? And that's how you get people to change. You never ever get people to change by you just telling them what's wrong with them, because, every time that you point your finger at someone, you got three pointed right back at you. So we need to all first, most importantly, focus on ourselves. If we want others to change, we need to change ourselves. And once others see that change in ourselves, then it may not, but it may motivate them to change. So I challenge all of you, first focus on yourselves. A lot of people would consider that to be selfish, but to me, that's the best way. You have to always focus on making the change yourself. Always concentrate on yourself first before you try to change anyone else. It's just like when you're flying, right? What do they tell you? Make sure that you secure the breathing mask on yourself first before you go and help anyone else. All right? So I hope you guys got something from that story, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week.